Hello, Leo. This is Solomon. I want to welcome you to your weekly reading for the week of March the 20th to the 26th of 2017. So, I would like to remind you, as March still unfolds, you can always check your March monthly reading, which will be in the description of this video, to see how the energies have unfolded for you and what's to come towards the end of the month. So, for March the 21st, the sun will be in Aries, activating your ninth house of spirituality, mental exploration, higher learning, long distance travel. And you can sometimes notice yourself diving into learning more about spiritual subjects and expressing your thoughts and more about your spiritual experiences through via social media. Maybe you want to kind of type those things out and talk about those things with friends. So Monday through Wednesday, we do have the moon in Capricorn, activating your sixth house of work, health, fitness, service to others, addressing changes you'd possibly like to make with your daily routine, like scheduling or adjusting things with your work. Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Five of Wands, we have the Page of Swords, and then we have the Sun along with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So some swords energy, some fiery energy as well. I do feel with the sun, some of you could be dealing with a Libra, an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini as well. But I do feel like there could be some conflict and battles or disagreements that are going on. Even though the sun is there along with some kind of playfulness and joy and excitement, you know, someone is very overly emotional right now. You could be dealing with someone who's very sharp with their words. They could be kind of cold, and maybe they're indecisive about a certain relationship, or maybe you're having these issues with someone. And I do feel a sense of a lot of you are defending yourself if you've been treated wrong. There could be some squabbles that you have gone through, like literally physical interactions that you've had with another person or someone, you know, especially if you're younger. You know, a lot of issues like that actually do go on, but make sure that, you know, that's not happening. You know, try to stay away from situations like that, because when I see these energies, there could be like volatile kind of energy that could be going on, where if someone has been accused of doing something and has been caught, it could be causing a lot of angers and worries and tears. But the sun is there, so there's a lot of playfulness, there's some excitement that could be going on, some good health, some good energy, you know, going out and about, you know, experiencing the sun, you know, walking, taking a hike, whether going to the gym, you know, playing ball, whether you're going to play pool, whatever, enjoying yourself by going out, maybe hanging out with your partner. But there's just some disagreements that you could be having with them. Defending yourself and standing up for yourself. And also, whether some of you are reading, writing, or learning, I feel like that's going to help you pull away from whatever situation this is. So there are some conflicts. There could be inner conflicts, or there could be external with two different individuals that you are experiencing. Okay, so there could be a third party situation, you and two other people, or a child and your wife or your husband. You know, that kind of energy could be going on. So that, and it could be in the workplace. All right, could be that manager who's that Queen of Swords in reverse, or a co-worker in a way as well, so because of that sixth house. So that's Monday through Wednesday. All right, Thursday and Friday, we do have the moon in Aquarius, activating your seventh house of relationships, marriage, business partnerships, and one-on-one relationships. And you could be looking for a lot of fairness and balance when it comes to how you interact with others, and that one-on-one interaction, getting to know someone new, or just conversing with them if you have not been speaking to them in some time. So we do have the Ten of Swords in reverse, the Six of Swords in reverse, the Judgment card is in reverse. It's a major arcana. The Eight of Wands in reverse, and the Fool in reverse. So here, it looks like to me with that seventh house, you know, the relationship-oriented house, that these energies are coming about, where some of you are having issues with making a decision just yet, having issues with taking responsibility. You know, there is some healing that's going on, you know, accusations being made, an overall sense of you're kind of continuing to think about someone from your past. There could be a lot of frustration when it comes to communication and delays. Maybe some of you are trying to rush and leave a certain relationship right now, and you're not really able to. And sometimes if someone is away from you right now, they could be on house arrest, they could be in jail right now, they could be you're desiring to be around them, but you can't reach them right now, and there's like maybe you're blocked with communication, and you're not really able to kind of be intimate with them or be around them. So it's a lot of frustration, and a lot of you are desiring for that intimate connection with someone right now, but you know that maybe this other person is not ready. So that's why I feel like there's some kind of risk being taken there as you get into something like that, and another person actually finds out that you're talking to their partner while they're not available. You know, that could lead to all kinds of problems. You never know what kind of problems that can really lead to in a bad way. So, you know, just be careful with, you know, doing those kind of things. Others of you may be experiencing some issues when it comes to business as well. You know, wanting to leave a certain job, having a fear of moving on from it because you may feel like it's something that hasn't been solid for you. Maybe not something that you actually like or enjoy, but you know, they're bringing in the money, so you're like, well, I'll just deal with it, that kind of thing. So, but you know, before you jump into another job or relationship, whatever it may be, make sure you know the consequences. Make sure that you either dealt with the past first so that you can lead into something new, or that you have something saved, or that you've been working on some kind of you know, something that you kind of fall back on before you kind of just let something completely go in a way. So that's what I feel. So a lot of thoughts and concerns that you may be having in overdrive for sure. This could be having to deal with your past. You may be still dealing or thinking about an ex-partner from your past. It could be a Scorpio, or it could be an Aries. Okay, so that is Thursday and Friday. So Saturday and Sunday, we do have the moon in Pisces, activating your 8th house of death, transformation, rebirth, sex, debt, legal matters, joint resources with your partner, dealing with a lot of healing when it comes to the loss of others, whether it's a relationship, marriage, or any kind of interchange and healing and transformation that you need to go through. So we will be tapping into this here. We have the Chariot in the upright position. The Devil is in reverse. The World is in reverse. The Two of Swords is there. And then you have the King of Cups in reverse. So some of you can definitely be dealing with a Cancer. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be also dealing with a Pisces or a Scorpio. Okay, so I do feel like some of you, maybe throughout the weekend, you could be, you know, taking a road trip or something like that. You could be going to travel, but there could be some kind of delays as well where you like to take your partner or bring them with you in a way, but they don't have closure with their past, or you don't have complete closure with your past, so you're not able to kind of go hand in hand out and date or to travel because you're maybe a long distance apart from one another. Also, if you have been kind of clinging on to an old relationship or marriage that you know that you need to kind of break away from, you know, with the Devil in reverse and the World in reverse, that's clearly telling me that, you know, there's some kind of addiction or thing that you need to let go of, something that's very toxic. If this Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer person has hurt you, you know, so much to the point where it has changed you completely or transformed you in some way, there's a need to let this energy go, let this person go if they continue to do these things. You know, the King of Cups in reverse could come through as emotionally manipulative. They could be someone who is drinking a lot. You know, this could be part of your astrology chart. You know, you could have this in your chart as a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, some water energy as well. But you know, sometimes this person could have cheated on you, lied on you, could have deceived you, and kept a lot of secrets in some way. And I do feel like some of you are needing to make a decision whether to let this person back into your life, to completely break away from this toxic energy or whatever patterns continue to happen, whether it's you that's drinking, you know, smoking, whatever. It could be eating, it could be anything, sexual addictions as well. Also, sometimes it comes through where some of you are having materialistic kind of addictions where you're always worried about money, 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 or, you know, the finer things, and you're not willing to let that kind of go and try to reach the spiritual level in some way. It's good and great to have the finer things in life, but not at the point where it's this obsession. If you're obsessing over superstars or stars around the world, or magicians, artists and things like that, and you're wanting to and desiring to be just like them, that kind of thing, that goes on. So, you know, emotionally, the King of Cups is not stable, it's not balanced, and maybe this person is not stable enough to be in a relationship with you just yet, or vice versa. You're not stable enough to be in a relationship with someone just yet because you're still dealing with some things from the past. But I do feel like there's power with the Devil in reverse and the Chariot. There's strength, there's power, there's some kind of control that you are having over the situation. And when you do have that control, you're able to come through with being able to make a decision and being able to choose, okay, and what you like to do, All right, so those are some energies that you could be facing to Saturday and Sunday. All right, so I do have some more cards for you. We will get to that. So we do have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning into your life. So this could be that water sign. Doesn't have to be a water sign, but it could be someone that actually returns this week, and it could be them coming to visit you, or you coming to visit them, and you could be trying to reconcile your differences. But with the devil in reverse, those energies that were popping up is breaking away from this kind of cycle. Just because someone comes back doesn't mean that you have to reconcile to be in a relationship again. It could mean that you can reconcile your differences, shake hands, and move on and go your separate ways. That kind of energy could be coming out. Could be a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, or anyone. But we have to retreat here. It says it's time to disconnect from the world, where you're taking some time away from relationships, spending some time alone by yourself first. Or this is going on a retreat with you and your partner. With the Chariot there, you could be actually traveling to go to somewhere with them. Maybe this is a new love interest for some of you. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So sometimes psychologically we have things that crop up in us, and you will experience this through experience, as if you have been adopted, or you have been in a abusive family situation. If you have gone through a lot of tense times with family members, or childhood experiences, a lot of torment, a lot of things could have come up, which could lead you to kind of almost mirror what you have experienced before, whether it's dating more people than one, constantly breaking up with people, having arguments, treating others how you've been treated in the past, because they do say hurt people, but it doesn't mean that hurt people should hurt people. If you know that you are hurt right now, spend some time by yourself, so that when you are able to give to another person completely and not have them experience some residual pains from your past, it can be fair and it can grow in that way. So that's what I kind of feel here for a lot of you. Okay, so I do hope that you have a great week. If you would like a private reading, you can always come to me via my Facebook page, or you can email me to set up something that's going to be specific for you. Much love and much light.